Alright. There's the audience. Alright. Excellent. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines a public speaker as a person who gives speeches or lectures to a usually large group of people. However, a public speaker is much more than this simple definition. The overall purpose of a public speaker is to share an idea or thought to help those in attendance to understand the position that the person is attempting to convey. According to TED Talks Chris Anderson, your number one task as a speaker is to transfer into your listeners' minds an extraordinary gift, a strange and beautiful object that we call an idea. However, some of the most influential speakers and their ideas are also sometimes the most controversial. When someone asks, who is a great speaker? The first speakers who come to mind are typically public figures who have brought about change, like people like Dr. Martin Luther King, or people who have inspired, like Oprah Winfrey, or those who have influenced the world, like President Ronald Reagan. Oftentimes, it is, like Chris Anderson said, a transfer of that extraordinary idea from the speaker to the audience that inspires those in attendance to become more than what they are. President Donald Trump is not considered by many as a great speaker by traditional norms. He is, however, a person who has demonstrated that given the right situation and the right audience, that person can influence a nation. Take out of the equation the political views of the president and focus solely on his ability to inspire an audience and convey his ideas to that audience in a manner that allows him to be successful and inspirational to his audience. Traditionally, speakers, with the exception of a few, have followed a tried and true style of delivering their ideas to their audience through speaking. A typical political speaker begins their speech by stating the theme of the speech and then proceeding to speak in the cadence of say idea, wait for public response. Say idea, wait for a response. Finally, they build up excitement into a culmination of the ideas, all the while reiterating the same talking points over and over again until the completion of the speech. This has been a typical political speech regardless of the location or time for the better part of the modern era. A continuous recycle of the same speech pattern with little to no variation. However, to listen to President Trump speak is, to say the least, hard to follow and hard to listen to. If you are accustomed to the usual political speech, the president typically speaks more like a salesman making a pitch, by using the reiteration tactic of a politician while ensuring that he compliments, insert the name of the entity or the person, are truly great. They truly are. Nobody like them. Or he discredits, insert again, name of entity, or just for the worst. You can't trust him. This has been his standard speech from the beginning of his public life, both before and during his presidency. Though the president has at times broken from his standard speech, usually these times are when he addresses the Congress, but these are exceptions to the rule when it comes to the president and his speeches. Though the view of the president's recent United Nations speech to the General Assembly is subject to the media source that you choose. One thing that can't be disputed is when the president talks about how great the accomplishments of his administration are compared to any previous administration. The statement elicited laughter from those in attendance. To some, this shows how the president lacks the ability to represent the nation. However, to those who make up the body of his audience, this just shows how well he represents the nation. Though the president does not follow the traditional speech cadences and patterns that most of all his predecessors have established and followed when addressing their constituents. The debate over the president's politics can be debated again, but the one aspect of his presidency that remains true is his ability to take the ideas and use them to motivate and inspire those who choose to listen. And that is the completion of my speech.